know what is the #1 most delicious treat for a deer?
You're nice and warm on my back. Keep it there.
Blooper.
All right.
Get out the flamethrower.
Today we are working out in the redwood garden. We marked out a pathway with green paint. Channing's going to buy some pallets and we'll take them apart with a Sawzall, and then we'll make the pallet walkway. But we're laying it out because she got some beautiful plants from Costco, so we're going to lay out where those plants are going to go and we'll get started. Hi, I'm Shelley,
And I'm Channing.
and we're Harvesting Heritage.
Today we're in what I call my redwood forest. It's not much yet, but we showed you earlier that I got weed fabric down to try to tame the mess that it was. And Mom came in for a visit and she's been helping me and Sean draw a pathway. Mom, share about what the pathway idea is that we have.
So we took the green paint and we sprayed out a walking path, and Channing and Sean will go buy pallets, and then we'll take them apart with a Sawzall and we'll lay the pallets down for a walkway. So
Our first idea is to use these Tater Tot arborvitae, which can be pruned into more of a spear shape as the entry to my walkway. So Mom, I think we want to have it kind of a larger walkway where it has a nice swoop, and that's the beginning also for anything that gets planted up here.
Okay.
Tall and wide. So this is about as tall as it's going to get, but it may get wider, so it turns more into a spear. And it says 1 to 2 feet apart. So, you know, if it ends up 2 feet, I don't want it over my driveway.
right,
So that's probably a good foot back. Will work.
okay. Now, do you want to do a swoop like here?
Oh, that's a great idea. Yeah, I love that idea because, you know, Calla Lilies, they get pretty tall, and it'll block the pathway, and we want it to feel like a secret garden.
Yeah.
in here.
So I'll go get the other ones.
Winter's lilac called bloomerang.
Oh, I like that name.
Now, I'm in a zone 9B, and lilacs are not typically able to bloom. They will grow, but they may not bloom in a 9B. However, this one has a little bit of a chance. I can see that it is actually starting to get some blooms on it. We've had a colder, so the years where we have a colder winter, this lilac will bloom for me.
And everything out here has to be deer resistant.
Yes. All right. So this is my peony, Mom.
Yes.
If it comes. I don't know. It might not.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever feel like that? That you plant something and a year later, I don't know if it's going to come back?
So here,
Um,
and then the last one down there.
there's another one?
Yeah.
Oh, it says select full-size park. So, I'm actually thinking more of something like
Okay.
so I want it to have a
A swoop feeling?
swoop filling.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that still swoopy?
Yes.
It'll also,
And then you can plant something in the front.
yeah, realistically as well, we will plant these wherever we can get past a root.
Oh, root. That's true. How about the Black Lace Elderberry now?
Let's look at the tag of that because I'm not sure what its requirements are, and I do want it to berry for me. I'm interested in making elderberry syrup.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah. And it also is this beautiful purple color that you can see, and then do you see the pink?
Mm-hmm.
The pink color that it...
I don't know where you found proven winners.
So in the Bay Area where I live, proven winners are pretty hard to find. You get one-offs here and there, and if there's a proven winners plant that I see, I snatch it up. So I probably had this for 9 months now, waiting to put it out here because it is deer resistant. Just because I knew proven winners plants do truly thrive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, this says the hardiness is 4 to 7, so it might not berry for me. It probably won't die.
Tree size, 6 to 10 feet tall.
And wide. We better put that like
Out further.
So Mom and I make a point of always reading the tags with our plants. And so also, just because a plant is available, flowers or shrub or anything, it doesn't mean that it's going to be perennial in your area. And I've learned to read the tags to know what zone something grows in. Typically, if it's a higher zone, it can freeze more. We don't freeze enough in a zone 9B for plants to flower, and if they don't flower, then they may not get fruit. Again, like my lilac, this elderberry is a zone 4 to 7, which is probably why it was sitting at the nursery, because no one else thought to buy it. So we're going to give it a try.
Wanted to take a chance on it?
No one wanted to give it a chance.
So what are the sun requirements?
So the sun requirements for this, and I love this part, deer resistant.
Resistance does
not mean proof. It is not deer proof if they get hungry enough. So what did you want to know, Mom?
The sun.
Yeah, like you're planting in the shade.
Sun or part shade.
Okay,
So it's sun or part shade, and it gets quite large. So I'm kind of thinking maybe
by your
rock. The rock's a good idea. Okay. Oh, I just snapped off part of it.
Oh, it was the dead part.
Let's take the path.
Okay, you take that path. I'll take this path.
And meet me in the middle?
I'll meet you at the end.
And our intention, as I find things I love or that are edible, that would be interesting to have in my garden, I will slowly add. But initially, we're going to build, probably this year, we'll get the pallet walkway in, and we will brown wood mulch the entire space, and then just cut out beds as necessary to manage the weeds. Also, to hide all of these pine tree
Droppings,
which are brown. Was that all of our items?
No, daisies.
Don't forget the daisies.
Now we would love to put hostas here because it is a shaded area and just have a forest of hostas, but I do know what is the #1 most delicious treat for a deer? Hostas. We can do hoopra though.
Let's show them your statue.
Oh, so this is
Florentina. There's a concrete manufacturer near our house in Southern California. And I thought she was so beautiful. And I knew Channing was looking for an angel statue, but I thought this might make her happy. So I called Sean and I said, Sean, I found this statue and it's just what Channing might want for her birthday. And so they did a quick weekend turnaround. They drove Friday night, got in at like 2 in the morning Saturday, We went Saturday and got her loaded with the base, and then they brought her back on Sunday, and now she's here.
And then Mom found these benches. Which
At an estate sale,
Yeah.
and there were 3 of them, and I wanted 2, but my house in Idaho is nowhere, well, it hasn't even started yet, so she's housing these for me.
She thinks that they'll ever leave this garden, but we're kind of building
The garden around them.
All right, let's place these daisies. Sean, these are daisies for you. Do you have a preference of where they go?
Oh,
It'll need to be in the sunny area.
so maybe in the front and center, right at the V, where the path comes together, converges. No, I'm just kidding. You can go on the left of the path at the front, towards the fence.
Well, we could just do it, like have it start in like this. Maybe not quite as tight as a V, but. I like it. Let's go with it. Time to put in some holes.
All right.
Get out the flamethrower. Show you what we're doing to plant some of these. So I always start with a starter fertilizer, whether that's Espoma's Biotone or this EB Stone Organics Sure Start. You want to make sure to amend your holes. And then the other thing that I'm doing, you'll notice here that this is very clay soil, and that is just the reality of kind of California in general, and certainly the Bay Area. So I'm also amending the holes. We've removed the native soil, and to fill in, we will exclusively be using compost. So let me just show you one example. Cool. So about a foot, or about a cup of Sure Start in the bottom of the hole. We also found out that there's already weed fabric in this area, and it's about a foot deep. So that's how much additional tree droppings have turned into soil over the years since it was originally built. This house was built, I guess, 20 years ago. Just gonna pop her out. Oh. Make make sure that she's level with the new weed fabric size, and then we just fill in really tightly with the compost. And that's as easy as it can be. Of course, the hardest part is digging the hole, but Sean's been doing that for us.
Okay, I'm cold. I'm done.
Thanks for all your help.
Time to go in. I have a red nose.
We finished. So everything that I've purchased at Costco and that I've been holding on to since last fall or even the summer has been put in the redwood forest. Big thank you to Sean and Mom, who did most all of the hole digging today. I am thrilled about how it's going to shape up.
Yes. You're nice and warm on my back. Keep it there.
Thank you so much for joining us in the redwood forest today. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing, as my mom and I will be doing lots of videos as we share our passions and hobbies as we stay connected in our long-distance relationship. Blooper. If you like this video, consider subscribing. And until next time, have a joy-filled night.